Wow, and here we are. 5,000 subscribers. I don't even know what to say, honestly. First off, I'd like to thank each and every one of you lunatics for hitting the shiny red button, and I never thought that it would reach this point. It's kind of shocking that there's a cult of you that just continues to keep coming back to watch more and more and more of my videos. I'm humbled, for real. Even if you're not a subscriber, you're just a person that clicks and watches every video. Even if you're a person that hates me and you steal my socks if you had the chance, well, hey, you're awesome. Rock on, you little sock bandits. I also got to give a quick shout out to the people who have taken memberships around here. It's insane. There's like 17 or 18 of you now, and that extra revenue really helps out. I mean, just to run the channel the way that I want, I've got my own subscriptions for things like Epidemic Sound, Canva. I'm thinking about getting one for Adobe real soon. So honestly, I can't thank you all enough, and it's fun making the members only videos. I really enjoy doing those. Now this is gonna be a long video, possibly the longest one that I've ever done. I've got a lot of questions from you guys for the Q&A, and I'm gonna do my best to try and answer every one of these. We're gonna talk about the channel, we're gonna talk about where it's headed and what the plans are for the future, and that sort of thing. So calm down for a minute, relax, park your ass on a chair, and have yourself a beer. So when I first started doing this thing, okay, I was using the NHL video game footage in the background, which was nice. It was simple. It made my life really easy, which is exactly why I decided to kick myself in the nuts and switch things up a little bit. I wanted to do something different, and the way that I do them now with the background videos is a lot more time consuming, but I like it. It's a nice mixture of highlights, memes, and photos. Eventually, I'd like to get more into the animation side of things. I mean, I made this character here a few months back. He's just a beer drinking machine that loves shooting shit about hockey. I had this guy custom designed, and I'm thinking about making a bunch more of these in the near future. I want to get Kent Hughes animated, even Jeff Gordon. I want a whole cast of these guys and just play around with them. It sounds like a lot of fun to me. So that's kind of the direction where I want the channel to head into the future around here. Nothing's gonna change. I want to keep doing the things that I'm doing, but eventually when I'm ready and I have the time, I want to use animations a little more. Now, another thing that I might try and do a little more often this year is live streaming. I've dabbled into these in the past, gotten my feet wet, but it's kind of tough because I'm a faceless YouTuber, which means, of course, that it's a little more difficult to entertain you assholes while I'm doing them. But maybe I can rig something up, maybe I can have some music in the background, have a nice, attractive scoreboard or background, and try and get the ball rolling on some more of these live streams once in a while. Even if it's once every couple of weeks, or maybe a game on a weekend, or maybe a news update once in a while. So if you like that idea, please let me know in the land down under, because I need your feedback. I feed off of your feedback. And now it's time to answer your questions for the Q&A. So here we go. Let's knock them out of the park. Question number 1 is from AC's RC Adventures. He's asking, what is one piece of advice that you would give for somebody starting a channel, or something that you learned that you did not expect with respect to creating content for your channel? That's a good question, RC. And for anybody that's starting a channel, all I can really do is preach consistency. You gotta be consistent. And you also gotta remember, it's a learning experience, okay? Your videos, they're gonna suck moose balls at the very beginning, whether you like it or not. Mine still does now. But as time goes on, you'll learn more and more. You'll get better. You'll get more comfortable, and your channel, it'll grow with you. And honestly, I know it's kind of weird coming from me. I'm at the bottom of the barrel here with this channel, but if anyone is interested in starting a YouTube channel and you want some advice, or just somebody to, shoot the shit with and talk analytics, or maybe I can help in some sort of way, shoot me an email. I'd be glad to help. Next up, we got question number 2. This one is from Basement Box Breaks. He's a member of my channel, and he's actually got his own channel as well. Sometimes this guy goes live and he opens up a bunch of hockey cards. So if that's something that you think you'd be into, then head on over there and show him some love. Anyway, here's this question. Why and when did you start the channel? So, I started the channel back in January of 2021. I didn't have a whole lot of work going on at the time. It was kind of a boring winter, and somehow I just started uploading some videos on YouTube about the Canadians. And let me tell you, they were pure shit. Pure shit. Its purest form. I get like 20 views and I thought I was a rock star. I felt like a Beatle, man. I was strutting around because 20 suckers clicked on my shitty video and clicked back off again. But I kept at it and somehow more and more people began showing up and here we are today. It's insane. Question number 3, Big Daddy 9876 Is it realistic for the Habs to select Conor Bedard or Mcgregor at this upcoming draft? Absolutely it is. I don't think the Canadians have a very good team as it looks right now, and a bottom 5 pick is looking pretty realistic at this point. Let's do it, Kent. Question number 4, this one's from Cole Caulfield. He wants to know, in how long do you see Montreal being a serious cup contender? Now this one depends on what Kent's plan really is. If the Canadians tank 2023 as well, then bam! I think they can turn this ship around and be a cup contender within 4 years. Honestly, once these new prospects begin to develop and reach their potential, things are gonna get real pretty real fast. But, worst case scenario, if for whatever reason Kent Hughes slams his head in a car door and decides to target a star or something, then we could be headed down the same rabbit hole as before. But hey, that's worst case scenario, and it doesn't seem like that's the route they're taking so far. So I'm going with 4 years here. Question number 5, this one's from Corona Beerus. Best and worst Habs memories. Oh, there's so many to choose from. You know what? I know it's recent, but for me right now, reaching the Stanley Cup Finals during the Corona season was pretty special for me. I watched that playoff run with my dad, and those memories for me right now means a lot. Now, as for worst Habs memories, how about trading Patrick Roy? I was only a pup when this one happened, but God, did they ever shoot themselves in the foot. Question number 6. This one is from Grasshopper Daniel B. He wants to know if I had the opportunity to interview Patrick Roy, and I was only allowed to ask him one question. What would it be? Well, Daniel, I'd probably ask him how close he was to punching Mario Tremblay in the face during this historically awful game right here. I mean, you just know he was close. He was quick-tempered. I thought they were gonna lock horns, but they didn't lock horns. On to question number 7. We got one from my boy, Drew Deeks. Man, if you haven't seen this guy's channel yet, head over there right now. Show him some love. This guy's amazing. Just a nice, level-headed, down-to-earth guy. Did I mention Drew is pretty cool? Yeah, okay, I did. Anyway, he's wondering what my favorite thing is about creating content the way that I do about the Habs. Well, my favorite thing about it really is how much fun I can have with it, you know? I'm kinda crazy, up in the head, Drew. Something's not right up here. And sometimes I like to see how far I can push things, you know, until the pot boils over. Also, I like putting names on everybody. I mean, cold perfetti? No. I say cold spaghetti. Sometimes the lady from North Korea News helps me out. Sometimes Mel Gibson makes an appearance. The options are just, they're endless. It's a thing of beauty. Question number 8 is from Eric Duceppe. Sorry in advance if I just butchered the shit out of your name. But he's asking, in my opinion, who is the greatest Hab of all time? And while I've only seen highlights, I'm going with Guy Lafleur. The flow, man, look at it. Question number 9 is from Gabs PM. And this guy barged in here with a machine gun just loaded with questions. So I'm going to answer these with rapid fire. Where am I from? Bonavista, Newfoundland. What pushed me to pursue YouTube? One cold, boring winter. Do I like Doc's trade? I do. I just hope he hits his potential here because that would be awesome. Why am I so funny? Man, I don't even think I'm funny. I just say whatever's on my mind and you guys like it, so that's awesome. Why is the Pizzetta pitcher the greatest of all time? You're definitely talking about this one. This is the greatest picture of our time without a doubt, and it's because the guy, he's just so photogenic, man. Look at him. If he showed up at your doorstep every day, would you open up a can of catnip for him? Because I know I would. Moving on, we got question number 10. This one's from the great Canadian 99. He wants to know who I think is going to get traded first, Price or Allen. And I'm going with Jake the Snake on this one just because his contract is a lot easier to move. Question number 11, we got Saku Koi, just kidding. We got Jeremy Delaney, a fellow newfie. He's wondering what is the moment in Habs history that is not a cup final that I would travel on time to watch live. He's saying that his would be the last game at the Old Forum, which is a wicked choice for sure. I'm kind of jealous that you picked it before me. Jeez, Jeremy, you really got me. But I think I'd like to go back and watch the game where Kovalev elbowed Tucker, or maybe when Law of the Line headbutted Langdon too. That was pretty funny. It's all good stuff. I mean, it's nothing historic, but it would have been a good time. Now on to question number 12, we got Monkey Matt. He's actually a monkey, and he wants to know who my favorite player was growing up. This might be a bit of an odd answer, and it kind of ties into the last question, but when I was growing up, it was Law of the Line. Some of my earliest memories were watching Law of the Line just dropping the mitts and going toe-to-toe with a smile on his face, and it was a thing of beauty. Question number 13 is from my boy Noah Gomez Robitaille, and he wants to know if I had 5 Caulfields and 1 George Laraque, who do I have winning this fight? Definitely the army of Cole Caulfields, because that's a lot of ankle biters to fend off, no doubt. His second question is who wins in a fight between Cole Caulfield and Lane Hudson. That's a tough one. And I'd love to see these guys in an octagon with Bruce Buffer introducing both of them, but I'm going to go ahead and say Lane Hudson just because he kind of looks like he's got magic powers. Does he not? The guy just gives me Frodo vibes. Question number 14, we got Philip Willard. And he's wondering if I'm up for a face reveal just because he'd like to see the legend behind the microphone. Well, Philip, I don't plan on doing a face reveal anytime soon, but until then, this is Hockey Junkie. Moving on to question number 15, we got another guy with a machine gun, Philip St. Laurent, who's become a good buddy of mine, might I add. Let's see what Philip has to say. Do I have kids? Yes, I've got 2. Are they into hockey? Yes, they are. Do they play? Not ice hockey just yet, but they're gooning it up with the ball hockey. How have you introduced this being where you are? Well, it's actually not that bad. It's not as hard as you think. Hockey's pretty big here. And what are my earliest memories of hockey, and how did I become a fan of the Habs? Well, my earliest memories are Patrick Waugh, Lyle Odeline, Turner Stevenson. Why is that name coming to my mind? Shane Corson, anybody that's dropped the gloves, I remember them from when I was a kid. I love that shit. I couldn't get enough of that. And I became a fan because my dad and my older brothers would have kicked me out of the house. I mean, it was plain and simple. Be a Habs fan or get out of here. Question number 16, we got Richard Paquette, Cedric's brother, and he's wondering Patrick Swayze from Roadhouse or from Dirty Dancing. Oh man, that's a tough one, but I'm gonna have to go with Dirty Dancing on this one. Question number 17, Riv wants to know what my favorite thing to do is in Newfoundland and when can we do it together. My favorite thing to do is go for a rip on the 4-wheeler or just go out in the garage and just get smashed. And we can do that as soon as you get down here, my friend. Question number 18 is from Ryan Miller time. He wants to know what the starting lines and goalie is going to look like in 5 years. I'm going to say it's Connor Bedard between Slavkovsky and Caulfield, Justin Barron and Jakai on defense, and David Aries between the pipes. Moving on, we got question number 19, and this one is from Sam Carrier. Man, I remember you from way back when I had like 100 subscribers. I hope you're doing good, Sam. He wants to know if I was hoping that the Habs would draft Wright first overall, and if I think they made the wrong move with Slavsquatch. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hide. I was hoping for Shane Wright. I really was. I was hoping for him all year long. I was disappointed when they picked Slavkovsky, but hey, we gotta give the kid some time, and who knows, maybe he goes on and truly becomes the best player of that draft class. All we can do is hope. Question number 20. This one's from Shamir, my man. Shamir and his channel makes me hungry every Saturday. And he's got a killer question. Check it out. When Suzuki and Caulfield get married, will they hyphenate their last name? And if so, whose name is first? If they don't hyphenate, who takes the last name? And when they both have their first dance at the reception, who leads? Now these are the kind of questions people came here for. I'd say they don't hyphenate their names because that just sounds plain silly. But I'm guessing Caulfield takes Suzuki's name, and I'd say Caulfield leads at the reception. That's my final answer. Shamir also wants to know what my favorite cereal is. I'm going with corn pops out of the way. And do I like chicken? Do I like chicken? Shamir, really? I'm all about it. I'm all about the vitamin C. Question number 21. This one is from TK Hockey. He wants to know who my favorite current player is on the Habs, and I'm going to have to go with my bundle of joy, colonoscopy Caulfield, and Michael Pezzetta. Just because you always got to pick one underdog, and Piz, well, the guy's a mutt, and I love him. Moving on to question number 22 now. We got the man, Todd Lorette, who just cut his cast off with a pair of vice grips. Todd, my man, I'd play you on my fourth line any day of the week. Any day. Todd says he knows I was a little bummed when they chose Slavkovsky, and he's wondering if I feel any better now that some time has passed. Well, you're right. Now that some time has passed, I'm okay with it. I mean, Slavkovsky is a big mutant, okay? They can turn this guy into some kind of a first-line goal-scoring machine, then I'm gonna be satisfied for sure. Question number 23 from Turtley Turtles Gaming. He's wondering what I think of the Carrie Price situation, and if he does come back, do I think Kent Hughes will try and trade him to a contender? Well, Turtles, it's a shitty situation. I'm a huge Carrie Price fan, but the guy's making $10.5 million a year, and he's got Play-Doh for kneecaps at this point, and that sucks. If he does come back, something tells me he's going to finish his career in Montreal, just because I don't know another team in the NHL that's going to want to risk that contract. Although, who knows, maybe in a year or two, it might get a little easier to move him. On to question number 24 now, and oh my god, won't you look at that, it's Turtles again, and the guy is on a rampage. He wants to know if I think Caden Primo will ever become a starter in Montreal, and yeah, I don't know. I kind of got my doubts. I really do. Question number 25. This one's from Tyler Lucier, and he's got a beauty. If Anakin Skywalker was a hockey player and he got drafted first overall, but had his duel with Obi-Wan before a training camp in his draft year, and had his limbs cut off and ended up with half of the power level he would have had if he was Anakin. Anakin at full power would have scored 125 points a season, but now Vader scores 70 points a season. Does that make Darth Vader a bust? You know what? I don't think so, because Darth Vader would be putting up 70 points a season and probably getting 500 penalty minutes a year along with that, so it's got to count for something. And here we are with the last question, number 26. This one's from Verizon Gaming, and he wants to know if Slavkovsky starts the season with Montreal or goes back to Liga or the AHL. My guess, because that's all it is a guess, is that Slavkovsky starts the year with the Montreal Canadiens. I think he's going to start with the big squad, and depending on how he does and how he performs, we'll see what happens after that. Anyway, guys, that does it for this one. I'm not sure how many of you grasshoppers actually suffered through this till the bitter end of this one, but thanks for watching. I appreciate it. There's going to be a lot more videos coming in the future, and hopefully one day we can do the unthinkable and get this channel up to 10,000 grasshoppers, 10,000 subs. Jeez, sounds beautiful. Thank you to all the viewers, thank you to all the members, anybody that's ever left a comment, anybody that's even wanted to throw a rock at me. And hey, I'll see you next time.